I just reply, I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
No, check, Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56!
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got him that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Rosen. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Trying to improvise. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They come out here in the eye. Going with Coleman, the fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Eluding the pressure right. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Leaves it for Penny. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, here's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Kimdichie able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, it's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Wilson. Flush to his right. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing that they're picking up the first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Now it's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Undrafted out of Stanford and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Cantrell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check 50, check 50. Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right, move the team. Bang out, bam.
This is Carson. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Big jumbo! 95, 95.
On third down, it's Carson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the gun, it's Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. And
he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Rosen. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And now running right through it. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 50.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's forced out left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel forward.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to air one out. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They come out here in the I. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. A toss running left. That's Carson. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Rosen off the play action. Caught by Nelson left side. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A 2nd down carry for Procise. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Trolley. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. And Dixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
It's not a great revelation to say that it's going to take a lot to replace what Jimmy Graham gave this club from the tight end position, especially in the red zone. But that had to be an encouraging sight for Russell Wilson right there as he finds one of his replacements for the touchdown.
Janikowski good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. With it on the return is Logan. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He finds his man Johnson. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right.
And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Steps away. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he fires one, but incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Alert, 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 alert.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks,